Morning thoughts, morning thoughts, morning thoughts. Shout out to Kella C1. Kella, thank you for being here this morning. Darlene Walter Riley up. Thank you for being here this morning. Kella, as usual, says, brains and the morning thoughts family, like a phoenix, we rise. Shout out to the people going out to work this morning. Shout out to the people coming in from work this morning. Extra special big up shout out to the people who work multiple jobs. I have the utmost respect for you. Shout out to my entrepreneurs, my stay-at-home moms and pops, my retirees. Shout out to the drivers, the Uber driver, Lyft driver, taxi driver, delivery driver, long-distance truck driver. Shout out to my brother Troy Stars Trucking Vlogs on YouTube. Go support that brother's channel. That's Troy Star Trucking Vlogs on YouTube. And, you know, you might do some big positive things. Go support the brother. We say up, up, up. That means wake up, wise up, and rise up. All right? Oh, I think that. Morning, people. I missed yesterday, and I missed you all so much. But I couldn't come on live yesterday because I had breaking stories that I had to put together for you and just couldn't do the morning thought. So I apologize for not showing up tomorrow morning. If God spare me life. For not showing up yesterday morning. But I'm here this morning. I'm healthy and I'm here and I have a lot to give thanks for. And so do you. If you're healthy this morning and you're up and ready to go get it, then you have a lot to give God thanks for as well. Don't mind my green screen. Wifey was doing some filming in this room, which we use as the studio for filming. And she was doing her green screen thing yesterday. So I just left the green screen up. No Jamaican flag behind me. But we're going to have a conversation this morning. We have two topics on the table this morning. Let me sip my liquor tea first. This is elderberry and echinacea. All right. All right. Two topics on the table this morning. We're going to talk about why Mr. Knight. Why did Mr. Knight do his son like that? Let me turn this fan on. I think it's affecting. Okay. We're going to talk about why did Mr. Knight do his son like that, Ruel. And for those of you who don't know what that story is about, I'm going to bring you along on the whole journey. And we're also going to talk about the politician that was seen in the video, the MP, member of parliament, seen in the video beating the brakes off of a lady, and what has happened to that. Because he did turn himself in eventually after 2 days, and he was let go. So let's start out with that one. So there was a video that we watched on SouFLoTV recently where it was a politician, and the politician was seen in the video using an object beating the woman. He was dragging her, choking her, beating her. I think even one of the times she got kicked. There's been outrage about it. A lot of people have been saying he needs to be fired, he needs to be relieved of his position as a government official, a sitting member of parliament, etc., etc. There are other people that are saying we don't know the whole story. So him and the woman had an altercation. We only saw what we saw on video. All right. I showed you guys the video. For those of you who didn't see it here, that's because you didn't tune in that morning. But I showed this audience the video, and everybody was in shock. Everybody was saying he needs to be removed. The Jamaica Constabulary Force put out that he needs to turn himself in. It took 2 days. 2 days for him to turn himself in. He disappeared. He eventually turned himself in. And as expected, he turned himself in with a top attorney. A top big name attorney. All right. And he was questioned and he was let go. With video of him beating the daylights out of this woman, he was questioned and he was let go. So the article printed this morning, lead story in the Jamaica Gleaner is that right walks free. This story is deep. This story is going to go really, really deep. I don't know if I don't expect it to go this deep, but it is going to go really, really deep. I'm going to read through this article because we still don't. Remember when I did the first video, I said, I want to know what the relationship is between him and that woman that he was beating like that. And I wanted to know because was it an employee who he found out was stealing from him or doing something to jeopardize his business? Or was this a case of domestic violence between lovers? It turns out she is his common law wife. That's his common law wife. Nowhere to be found. All right. The headline says, Wright walks free for now. And he turned himself in with Abel Don Foote, which is a top of the top attorney. All right. Here goes the story. Listen to the details of the story because we're going to talk it out. We're going to give each one of these topics 30 minutes this morning because we have 2 topics. And I really want to talk on the other one. Frustration is mounting in the ruling Jamaica Labour Party, that's the party he belongs to. Frustration is mounting in the ruling Jamaica Labour Party over the handling of the allegations of domestic abuse, stalking, its embattled first-time lawmaker from Westmoreland. His name is George Wright. Wright, who the police named Monday as a person of interest, was released without charge on Wednesday. Monday, he was named as a person of interest, right? Turn yourself in, you need to be talked to, etc. He didn't turn himself in. Tuesday, didn't turn himself in. Wednesday is when he turned himself in. So you can say 2.5 to 3 days is what it took him to turn himself in, even though he was on the front page of the papers to turn yourself in. Took him almost 3 days. Okay. Wednesday evening, after being questioned by St. James police investigators probing the April 6th beating of a woman that was caught on video. And I've watched the video again, and it was really a beating. It was really a beating. It wasn't the kind of video where you would be like, let me see. No, but me not really see nothing. Okay, that looked like a blow. No, you could see clearly the woman being choked, dragged, and licks after licks. Most of her licks went to her head or her upper body somewhere, right? We saw it clearly. 3 days to turn yourself in almost. Turn yourself in, get questioned, and you are released. I'm gonna tell you something. If that happened like in the state of Florida where I live, they wouldn't even, say for instance, I would do that to Brains, right? And it was caught on video. They wouldn't even need me they wouldn't even need her to press charges. They recently changed the laws, I believe it was like 2-3 years now, where they no longer need the victim to continue to say, I press charges. The state itself will take it upon itself to press charges. I guess none of these things are in place in Jamaica, but either way, he walked. After seeing that video of that beating, he walked. The MP of Westmoreland Central did not address the media, leaving the talking to his lawyers, Abel Don Foote, who did not deny that his client was seen in the 7-minute long video that emerged over the weekend, triggering public outrage. So he didn't speak to the media. The media rushed down upon him. Hey, do you have anything to say? You know, he didn't speak to the media at all. He allowed his attorney only to speak. And at no point did his attorney say these are false allegations. This was not my client in that video. That's somebody else. Nothing. Now, Wright, the same politician seen in the video, Wright has been questioned and set free by the police. And that is all I am able to say at this time, is all his lawyer said. Outside the Freeport police station where his client was interviewed, most of the senior leadership of the JLP, including the 2 spokespersons on the matter, General Secretary Dr. Horace Chan and Gender Affairs Minister Olivia Grange, could not be reached for comments following the developments. Deputy General Secretary Richard Creary was in no mood for questioning. I have no comments to make on the matter. Speak with the General Secretary, is what he said before abruptly ending a telephone call with a reporter from the Gleaner. The police, meanwhile, whose approach to the case has also come in for questioning, issued a brief statement indicating that the probe led by St. James detectives was ongoing. That's all they said. We're looking into the matter still. We're still ongoing with the investigation. The constabulary will provide further updates as the investigation progresses, said the statement from the corporate communications unit. Follow this story good. Pressure building. Pressure is, however, building in the JLP led by Prime Minister Andrew Holness to act decisively in the matter because it makes them look bad, right? They're saying, Andrew, this is on your watch, you know. This is on your time. So what are you going to do, Mr. President? This man is serving in your cabinet. I think we started out with the right tone, but we are not looking so good now because there are things that we can do. Ah, boy, there are things that we can do. We don't have to wait on the criminal process in this case, said a corporate area representative who didn't want to be named, fearing party sanctions for speaking out of term. So this big politician that beat up the woman pan video, and not even his cronies can speak publicly about the issue in any way, other than saying, we started out on the right foot, but I think we're not looking so good right now how we're handling it, right? And I think there are things that we can do. We don't have to wait on the police to complete their investigative process. But don't call my name because I don't want nobody come sanction me because I might be speaking out of terms. Another rural MP said that the party needed to show that it will not waffle acknowledgement that Wright not publicly dismissing the allegation was very telling. He never came out and said, it's not me, has nothing to do with me. That's very telling. These are damning accusations, and the video makes it not just an accusation, but just proof. We can do better. We have to show that we are serious. The public is watching us on this one. This is what another parliamentarian said. So they obviously know that this is a huge issue. Considering the climate in Jamaica right now where everybody is talking about we must protect our women and girls, right? Because so many of them are being murdered and killed and abused and this and that. Following a string of females getting murdered. And then all this talk about protecting our women, and then a high-ranking politician seen on video beating the daylights out of his common law woman. And everybody goes, don't say nothing, because I don't want them come sanction me. I don't want to speak out of terms, but here what we can do more. Don't call me name, you know. Don't say nothing, don't call me name. All right. The world is watching us. We have to handle this properly, but don't call my name. A third official, very close to the internal deliberations, said that while the party is aware that some influential members are pushing for quick punishment, the JLP has to be careful to ensure due process. In other words, he is our crony. He is our brother. Treat him with soft gloves. The opposition's People's National Party has led calls for Wright, who was elected to Gordon House last September, to resign because the alleged behavior was inconsistent with him holding his high office. And it flies in the face of the national outcry against violence against women. You think? Okay, so on Monday, everybody is asking now, including me, where's the woman? Did they not report that they both filed a report? Remember, after that happened, he did not know that a video was circulating yet because he went straight to the police station. He filed a report that he was the one that was abused. So not only did he abuse the woman, he also tried to use his position as a top-ranking politician to intimidate. Let's get it right. And then he went to the police, which I can believe they're probably looking like submissive in his presence. Big high-ranking politician walking for make report. Submissive in his presence, right? He went and made a report. Say, she did beat me up. After looking at the video, they realized that no, that looked more like you did beat her up, right? You have to come back in for questioning, sir. Whoop, him disappeared. 3 days, almost. The woman also filed a report saying she was abused. Where is the woman? Listen to the story. On Monday, acting crime officer for Hanover, Carl Brown, said that Wright was elusive. They couldn't find him. And so too is the woman that was seen in the video taking the licks. Them can't find her neither. Both of whom were confirmed to have filed complaints against each other. So he disappears. Here's a lady who was seen on video. You see, this is the type of stuff, right, that happens, and then the woman ends up dead somewhere, and then everybody is doing the same old thing. Oh my gosh, R.I.P. Him shouldn't do her like that. What happened to her? Jesus, why the devil is loose in Jamaica? All this other stuff they keep saying. The same old stuff they repeat over and over. Walk with me. Here is a woman being victimized on video, right? Forget his position as a politician. Let's just spread this out. Here's a woman being abused on video. The person who is doing the abusing is asked to turn himself in. No, how about police go find him, go get him, drag his ass in. We saw you beating her on the video. Go get him and drag him in. No, he is an MP, a sitting member of parliament. Let's relax. Let's give him some time to turn himself in. Okay, gone wrong already, right there. Now, 3 days later almost, he turns himself in and the woman still cannot be found. That's 3 days that could have been used to behead this woman, bury her somewhere in a shallow grave. I don't know all the stories that come out of Jamaica about the women, right? This could have been 3 days taken to properly take care of her then. That's where the evidence. Dead man tell no take. She disappeared. I don't know she did. Find this woman. It is their duty to find this woman and make sure that she is okay. She is obviously under duress. It's his common law wife. Police confirmed that Wright was the man seen in the video using a tool. Remember me telling you, say, he had something in his hand? I don't know what's wrong with some of y'all vision, but you know, I get older too, so sometimes me see blurry. So maybe that's what's wrong with some of you, like your glasses ain't too clean or what. He obviously had an object in his hand. He was beating her over the head with it. What that object was, I don't know what it is. But one big object was in his hand. He was beat, and those weren't no, I know, lick and no push head. In my boss her head, the man was swinging from way down a market up yourself and giving it to her while holding her so she couldn't move or she couldn't run. And we watch this. Law enforcement watch this. Make sure Andrew Holness watch this. Because this guy is in his cabinet. And they watch this. Now, if I was the prime minister and he was in my cabinet, I would be raining down heavy on the local police department. Listen, I need him in the next however many hours. 12 hours, 14 hours, whatever you want to give them. Bring his ass in now. Find him and bring him in now. If he is not in within this amount of hours, then we are putting out criminal whatever. Go look for him, put out a bolo on him, find him. Because he could go away and damage this woman further. I'm a big career. You want to come mash up? Hey, me build this without you, you know. Me and look how you know, bring it to. You know she over there getting some rotted lick somewhere on the quiet, because if she get that in public, that says a lot about what goes on in private. If you're brave enough to beat her in public, then I can only imagine what goes on in private. And I don't want to hear about, no, this is just this one time he lost his temper, and we're going to get into all that. Watch. Oh boy. The police have confirmed that that was him in the video using a tool to beat the woman who is said to be his common law wife. But they named the legislator a person of interest after disclosing that his complaint that he was attacked in Chester Castle, Hanover, was not consistent with the events that was watched by thousands of people on video. It was on the basis the JLP issued a statement Monday afternoon urging Wright, the JLP issued a statement urging Wright on Monday afternoon to turn himself in, make himself available to the police. The party adding that if there's confirmation that the party member and MP conducted himself as is being alleged, the consequences will be swift. So them said, we not see nothing yet. You said that on Monday, right? Right. Make yourself available to the police for your questioning. He brushed that off. What do I talk about? I'm going to find my lawyer, do what I want to do. Probably go see my side chick. I don't know. But 3 days later is when he turned himself in. That's swift. Yeah. And then he is released after questioning. That's pretty swift. And then when I still can't find the woman, that's swift. Does he know her whereabouts? Was he questioned about her whereabouts? Is he telling y'all that? I don't know what she did. His common law wife. He suddenly, after a beating on tape, don't know where she is. Yeah, that part. That part. So the woman disappeared immediately after making a report at the Anchovy police station in St. James, said a police source. Now, this woman disappeared immediately. He might very well not know where she's at. She might very well be running for her life. A man in his position of power, she can disappear like that in real life. And it could be dismissed as she went into hiding. We can't find her. And years down the road, we're still saying she went into hiding. We can't find her. When, you know, pay a man, dash her way. Come on, act like we don't see that that's the new thing in Jamaica and it's been the thing for a while. Dog from one man's house, walk. A dog, you know, walk over somebody else's house. Remember that? And the man killed the girl. Went for a gun, came back and shot her because dog doo-doo in her yard. Or drag trash, go over his yard from over their yard. People are peer people. Small money they doing it for too. To murder people, make you disappear. They're not even gonna make you disappear. They're doing it broad daylight out in the middle of the street and getting away with it. And go collect their money. So the climate that is there, this calls for an emergency situation to find this woman. That's just my opinion. And tell me if I'm wrong. Tell me if I'm wrong. Or did he say, you better disappear from around here because you see if you frig up my career, you know how hard I work for this? You see if you frig this up, I kill you, you know, girl. In a moment of fear, she ran straight to the police station. Book, made her report. You know when victims are being abused? I've seen this before. Miss a woman get beaten a man till them eye, the face scratch the eye all the way out, so the eye just swell up till it shut, so face look different. And she said, I can't take this, I'm done, I'm not taking this no more. She goes, she makes a report at the police station. She files charges. She takes out a protection order. She does all these things. And a month or two later, you see her back with the same man. The same man. And then fuck up her face again. And she repeats the cycle. So it's in that moment of getting her ass beaten that she has this desperate feeling to get away until a couple of hours pass and she calmed down and she starts to think, well, I'm with somebody of status. He does provide lovely. Him up on the phone every minute I tell me he love me still. He's apologized. He's crying. He bought me a couple of gifts. I slowly take him back. They violate their own protection order. Bring the man back, even though you took out a protection order that says he shouldn't be within 50 meters of you at any given time. Well, in our bed, in our something. So forget 50 meters. And they take this man back. And then when court date come for them to go to court, to stand up and say, yes, it was him. I've been with him for 4 years. This is my man. Punch me in my face, beat my face in. That is why I took out the protection order and allow the court to hear her testify and do what they must with him according to the law. I'm not filing any charges. We made up. And that cycle continues until one day you hear she disappeared or she was found somewhere else. Because people not for that she was just in the same house where we live. You give somebody time to plan. Baby, want to go on one vacation? I think you should take your family on a vacation. I'll pay for it. She a boss. Me and all my family are flying out to so-and-so. She reached so-and-so, is only her family come back. She dead. Headline says, common law wife of so-and-so found over in so-and-so dead. And he's sitting there like, me did there, Jamaica. I was sitting in parliament. Me not have nothing to do with that. I miss her so much. Oh my God, I can't believe she's gone. Stop giving these people ways and means and excuses. Shirley Perkins, I am genuinely worried for this lady. I just want to see her show up. Show up and then say what you have to say and let them come tell us she did like most abused females do. It takes them a while to recognize that the person they are in love with or they're with and build life with is actually not good for them. Let them come tell us that kind of a story. But she showed up. So we can say, okay, well, if you want to stay after all that, we seen it. So if you want to stay after all that, that's on you. You're a grown woman. You choose your own path. We can tell you it's not right for you, but we see it. But which part should that? Where's she at? I think we're going on day 5 now. So yesterday was day 3, which is Wednesday. Today is Thursday, day 4. So we're going on day 4. We are in day 4 now, and she's missing for 4 days. Have not been seen, have not been heard from. Them I look for her, them claim can't find her. She is elusive. Somebody said he put her on a boat and sent her out to Haiti. I don't think I don't think all that happened. But we don't know. Anything could be happening to this poor woman right now. Obviously, she was not in control when she was taking them licks, right? I'm sure she said, stop. We are those, stop. I'm sure she said that. Think about your job, think about your position, think about your this. I'm sure she said that. And then probably said, I'm not give her ass about none of that. Because he knows, as a high-ranking politician, he himself knows how the country is ran, how the rules are laid out, how privilege is distributed. He knows that. So him knows him now getting on nothing too much. Well, the female involved in the incident cannot be located by police, so investigators are unable to press charges. If and when the woman is found, or if she makes an official report against Mr. Wright, the investigations will continue. She already made an official report. So his report is not official, is official, but hers isn't. She already made an official report. They're saying if she reappears and makes an official report, then they can do something, but until then, them can't press no charges. This is the way they do it. This is the way they do it. People, listen. I don't know, man. This Jamaica is such a beautiful country, but we can do so much better. We can do so much better. This is not just about this man, and this one woman, This is across the board about how things are done and dealt with. And you can see why enough women take them lick and don't say nothing. If you ask enough of them that are getting abused, it don't make no sense. What me I complain for? Them just I go say, me close the too skimpy, or maybe me did a give him bun, or me did a disrespect him, or something. Them I go flip it some other way, just so the something go. So what me I complain for? Plus him and the police, they're my friends. So why? Where the use? Them will pick up for him anyway. And on top of that, you got a man telling her you can't go nowhere. And if you left him, find you and kill you. And she's stuck. Common, very common. So these are the things that when they happen, and you see the people go quiet, it bothers me. Because what am I waiting on? They're waiting to find her dead. So everybody can do the same old, oh, geez, whoa, wow, my, oh, God. Fling him in jail forever. Throw away the keys. Steps that lead up to this. And we watch all the steps unfold all the damn time. And then we, woo, oh, wow, wow. Them, they do. The people who are in a position to actually do something. Shirley Perkins said, my heart is breaking for this woman and I'm praying for her and I don't want to have another woman dead. I guarantee you by the end of today, you will get another report out of Jamaica that another woman was murdered. It is literally happening every day. They might not report it until the next day or the day after, but when you check the date on which it was done, it's one a day at least. One a day at least. After the fact. That's why I said that we have become how should you say it now? A reactive people, not proactive people. We're very much reactive. Everybody wants something to react to, and the story has to be sensationalized. Now, there's a story going around out there. I can't say where I got the story from, but I know other people has the same story, and I don't know if it's true, and I'm going to put it out there that I don't know if it's true. Remember, I said this, I going to get deep enough. I was told that his daughter, the lady daughter, which is not his daughter, her daughter is in school, right? She's a minor. She needs a laptop. So she says to her common law man, husband, she need a laptop to do online schooling because she's not going into class, due to the whole COVID thing and all that. And he says, okay, I'll take her and go buy the laptop. Let me sip my tea, because this I get spicy. But remember, so me telling you, this has not been proven to be factual, but this is what is out there. So don't listen to it like it's the facts. 100%. We will wait for more to come out if anything along those lines ever comes out. She tell him, say, yeah, the daughter need a laptop. All right. He said, I'll take the daughter to go buy the laptop. So I'm carrying the little girl, go to the store. He didn't have the money on him or his cards or whatever to get the laptop. So him said, come we leave here and go to a banking institution, go pull out the money or ATM or whatever, and get the money to buy the laptop. She said, all right, them jump in a vehicle, they left, went to go get the money. Him do some mad turn and turn down some road where no have nothing to do with getting money. This is how it was told to me. Have the little girl in some desolated area, and I say, yeah, we get to the laptop, but you know, you have to go give me a ride. You know what I mean by give me a ride, right? So a little girl said, no. Text our mom. Tell our mom what's going on. Mom says, get out of his vehicle, find the nearest bus or taxi or something, and come home. From that is what she went up there to confront him about. And I saw the beating start. That's what I was told. Now listen, a lot of people are out here sensationalizing stories and putting them as main headline and telling these stories as if it's 100% factual and proven to be true. I'm not one of those people. Please don't mix me up. I'm letting you know from the get-go that that is what is being said. So when you see it other places, you don't say, well, how come SouFlo never said this? Or how I never see or hear this? You understand? So it's out there that adapt, lead to that. Now, if that is what led to that, and she cannot be found, this gets even deeper. Where is the little girl? Little girl and mother disappear? I see Miss Jamaica May says, Ellie London, shout out and thank you for being here. Ellie London is a star supporter of SouFLoTV, and I appreciate that, and my wife's channel as well. Somebody has said, Ellie, thank God for CPS, which is Child Protective Services. Video like that is seen, and so little is being done. We can't act like we never see this man beat daylight out of this woman's head. But they're investigating. Investigating what? He should be held and then investigation go on, don't? Check this out. I said to my wife, right? I'm going to end this video because I really want to talk about the next video because it cuts so deep into our culture. I said to my wife, I said, you know, I want to know where him really a run for, because as a sitting member of parliament, if I'm seen on video hitting my woman, right? Hit my woman. It's easy for me to walk in. As soon as them call my name, SouFlo, you need to turn yourself in for, I'm there. Here's my story though. There's got to be something deeper why he was running for that long. My story would have been this. After I tell wifey said, yeah man, you could just go and go turn lawyer, because I would have instructed my client, or I would have said myself, you know, my daddy, I talked to her about something. I was speaking to her about something. And at first she went, and I talked to her and I wonder what she's doing. You know, and the next time when she went, and just spit in my face. Now this is Corona time. I don't know, I just fly off the hinges. But they're going to say it's your common law wife, so you've been close and sex, so you shouldn't worry about Corona. Me no know. It triggered something in me when the big spit hit my face. And that's how me just started. I lost it. So that would be her instigating, right? And me reacting. And of course, overreacting, because me could have stopped at 1 and 2 ton, but in gear about 50. But that's how much of it would have been it would have been something of passion then. And it would have came out to a lesser charge. At the end of the day, it would have been seen as a domestic issue that went that way. She spit upon the man's face while I talk to her. Me would have reacted the same way too. So you would have garnered sympathy from other people, because you can't tell me, nobody in here could tell me you're going to talk to somebody and them just hawk up one. And you're there, they talk, and them hawk it again. Make sure it come up. And them wet you in your face, and you're going to do just absolutely nothing. So I would have made a case for him on that. Not true? But why are you running? Why it took you so long to come in? That story there about the daughter and the computer, I hope it's not true. I hope it's just another vlogger making stuff up to sensationalize, because them put it out there. Me not see it nowhere. I know vlogger something, but it very well could be from that, because people come to SouFLoTV all the time and say, yo, SouFLo, me here say so and so and so. And the first thing I ask them is, where you get that from? And half of the time they don't tell me, because they know some gonna say something like, you keep going over there for the same old story. And then when we vet the stories, nothing goes up. Right? So I don't know where the story come from. I'll leave it at that. Just another angle for y'all to look at things from. All right? So, morning thoughts, morning thoughts, morning thoughts. And here we are this morning. Beautiful Thursday morning. The men have been brainwashed by their European conquerors. This story can go very deep. This discussion, I'm going to cut this right now and get to the other topic, but I will end this by saying this. The men are abusing the women, but the women are also very abusive as well. This goes very deep. So when we're going to talk about their European conquerors and slavery times and all that, you can't talk about the men without putting the women in it. And I'll leave it right here for you. Remember I told you about the guy that was on SouFLoTV that said, any woman him there with, him type it just like that in a patois, any woman me there with have to take lick. I replied and I said, I know that you're probably posting this type of stuff for attention, but usually I would just either erase your comment because it is that offensive to me, and it would be offensive to others as well. But for some reason, I want to reason with you. I want to find out why you said that. And he said, SouFLo, I'm glad you want to reason with me and never erase my comment. Hear what? I was raised by all women, grandmother, auntie, mother, be a woman in the house. When we talk about the kind of abuse that I went through, I'm not talking about regular beating, right? So he was one of them youth that would get tied up on tree in a ant's nest and ants bite up in balls till them swell up big like grapefruit and these kind of things, and beat him with donkey rope and all these things. These are the women that also hug him and tell him we love you and go out into the world and be good and be great. You talk about mother, grandmother, and aunties, right? So if we want to talk about what colonialism and chattel slavery did to us, don't put that blame squarely on the men. The women are as dysfunctional as hell already. Just the same. And we're not speaking generally and saying everybody is. But wherever you find dysfunctional men, you find dysfunctional women as well. A lot of the slackness that these men keep up, it is entertained by a large population of our women. That is why them keep on keeping it up. I mean, talked to them before enough, and I said, women, you're powerful. You just don't even know how to harness your power or how powerful you are. You see a little something there where you have done this up, or you mistreat all the time. If you lock that off, make a man know, so we're not interested at all. Like your behavior is uncouth. You're coming like an animal. Move from around yourself. Watch and see if the man them not start change up. When the man them started dressing with their pants off their ass, I see it in Jamaica all over the place now. Dirty boxers are showing all these things. Everybody's skin bleach out, tight jeans and all that. You don't blame cartel. Don't blame no Vibes Cartel. People did that bleach way before cartel. Okay? Here's the thing. The women started talking about skin cleaning, boy, look good. So the next youth now, with dark skin, him say, me not going in the sun no more. Me I wear bare long sleeve. Me I rub out my thing too. You know see how much girl Johnny have. Him 1 and 5 and me no have none. And by the time him rub out and rub out and rub out and go a road, look that skirt, boy, you look good. So it's the women play a big role in this. It's a cycle, and we can't just blame one party or the other party. We are all in this together. Maybe Michelle said, oh, well, I will frig up. But we're going to leave it right. That's all. We're going to have more of this conversation, though. as we move on to why Mr. Knight did his son like that. We have to talk about that. Why Mr. Knight did his son like that. Have you all seen the video? If you haven't seen the video, go watch the video. I put the video up yesterday. It is on the front of the channel now. I moved it to the front of the channel this morning. I'm not going to talk about exactly what happened in the video. That is for you to go see the video. You might get some hint of what happened if you hadn't seen it yet by what I'm about to say. But I'm not going to describe it in this video. Why? Because when I say certain things in a video, what I do on YouTube in partnership with YouTube, I break everything down for you, clear and plain. So I'm as transparent as ever. I basically submit. This is what we all do. Those of us who are partnered with YouTube, we basically submit our material to YouTube. YouTube looks at the material and says, good material. We could do something with this, right? We could go partner this with Pepsi, or partner this with Coca-Cola, or partner this with Sprite or whoever, right? Once I start to talk about certain things and topics, they go, yeah, we can't do anything with that. So now I don't want to waste my 1 hour this morning. I already dedicated a whole video to that yesterday, of which is just there for you to see. So go look up that. Mr. Knight owns a family business in Jamaica. For over 30-something years, his business has been in place. This is a distribution and wholesale business, right? Now, it's nice to see these distribution and wholesale places owned by a black person on the island. Not true? Because who do you know owns most of the distribution and wholesale place them in Jamaica? Talk up. As Mr. The first comment, I'll keep going, but I'm waiting for an answer. Who do you know on the island that owns most of the distribution and wholesale places? May I wait for your comment? I need one, just one. Boom. Sash, thank you. Chinese. See that? So to see a black family and to know that they've been around for 30+ years, the business, that would have made me proud. All right. Watch this. Somebody said in a comment section yesterday, I had to write it out because it is so important. Listen to me. See that? See them there? See them there? And I still have not said the word yet. See that? See that? See, comment them there? This is what we're used to. So when you can ask the question and don't even have to, see that? A predominantly black country, Jamaica is. Even though we have some of everybody, but we're predominantly black, right? Predominantly of African descent. These businesses are known to be owned by them people there. Anyhow, somebody said yesterday, I'm sorry, but this what we are seeing is the end stages of what happened. Listen up. Listen. Somebody in the comment section said yesterday, I am sorry, but this what we are seeing is the end stages of what happens when a woman chooses an abusive man to stay with him, have children for him, and make excuses for his behavior for years. She didn't know that he would one day kill one of these children that she had for him. I thought that was deep as hell. Good morning, Brains and the Beat. Brains and the Beat is my wifey, for those of you who don't know it. And she does a lot for my channel. Enough things me don't know how to do because I don't bother my brain too much with technology unless it's like writing patient notes or something. And she's the one that sorts my stuff out, right? And she has her own channel on YouTube as well. And I asked everybody to go support her channel because it's natural to ask everybody to go support my wife's channel. We both do YouTube together, right? So I'm gonna link up the wifey channel. She's right here, Brains and the Beat. All right. That was deep. That was deep. I'm sorry, but this we are seeing is the end stages of what happens when a woman chooses an abusive man to stay with him, have children for him, and make excuses for his behaviors for years. She didn't know he would one day kill one of these children that she had for him. That was deep as Ross. You understand? It was deep. Now, that comes on the heel of, if you go over to that video and you read the comment section, that's why I'm going to say, I love the people, because you all are going to talk to me. There are a lot of people on here directly from Jamaica that have interacted with this family, known them for years, worked with them. Majority of the comments about this man and his behavior, for those who have been close to them. Me hear one person said, yeah, and try that with me when I was working there. One person said, 30 years ago, he tried that with me, and I didn't even go back for my last paycheck. I left, and I told his wife, I called his wife and told her that I'm not coming back there because of what he did. And there are countless numbers of these. The story that his son gave about him is another thing. His son said, this I don't know. I know yesterday thing this. I just saw my father deal with everybody. Everybody get them share is his exact words, what he said. See? And somebody said, well, why did his sons stay around him if daddy was so bad? If your father did so bad, why not stay around him then? That was the comment. Watch this. Here's my answer. Abuse by those who are closest to us and those who show us love, it is interwoven into the very fabric of Jamaican culture. I just daddy that man. I saw him steal. Or they might tell themselves, I can't reason with him, man. And more time, I can just calm him down still enough and just talk to him the right way. Maybe this brother who is 35, I believe, or 34, something like that, he's mid-30s, left behind 3 children, one of which was there at the facility when this all went down. He has worked in the family business since he was a kid. Grew up in the family business. This should be a case of, I have built this. This is an empire. I've built this, and now my sons are going to come take over as I'm getting older. I believe this man is in his high 60s, isn't he? Like 67, going into 70. This is the time you should be looking to finalize things and put your sons in place, right? 38, SouFLo? Okay, thank you, Junior. Junior Cameron, thank you. Not 34, 38. So he's heading to 40, right? Maybe he stayed close to protect his mom and his younger siblings. Anybody ever thought of that? I mean, anybody ever thought of that? You know, this happened to me while I was growing up. And that is how I ended up over in the UK. And I bought my plane ticket at 17. And they told me you can't fly until you're 18 without parental consent. And I wanted to leave so damn bad. I bought the ticket at 17 with the date set for the day after I turned 18. And I got on that damn plane and I left. And I spent a short time in the UK. I was there for 2 years to the day because they were going to either deport me to Jamaica or they would deny me entry back into the US. And the reason I came back was I made a phone call home. And when I heard my little brother, the one who committed suicide on his 23rd birthday, when I heard my little brother's voice on the phone, I just busted out crying, and I was in Europe. I was in England. And then I talked to my sister, which is also younger than I am, and then I felt guilt. And I was like, damn, I ran away and left them in that situation because I was old enough to leave. So I said, frig, I gotta go back. I had a lawyer in the UK working on my papers, and the lawyer said, Cal Harding, he said, if you stay here, I'll get you straight in no time. I looked at Cal and I said, If it was meant for me to live in the UK, God will provide a way. If it was meant for me to come back, God will provide a way. But I have to go back because I can't leave my sister and my brother in the situation they're in. And that is how I ended up back in the US without getting deep into my situation and how. That's why I said people go through things. We've been through some things in life. See, so anyhow, I can relate because a lot of people left comment and said the man they call him son them batty boy in front of everybody in the store. They be in there shopping and they said them hear my style up him son, dirty batty boy, thinking bumble, pardon my language people. That's how he talked to them. And they said he deals with his wife the same damn way in public. So going off of what the younger brother said, put that with what people have said or are saying. Go read the comment section. This is a narcissist at its fullest. This is somebody who can't say I'm sorry, must never be told they're wrong because they're never wrong. Narcissists are never wrong. You're wrong. The trees are wrong. The beach is wrong. God is wrong. Every friggin' thing is wrong but me. Nothing wrong with me. I have to just move on from all these things. And he was one of those kind of people. He could never be told he was wrong about anything. You know, a narcissist will be watching me right now and saying, "A true SouFlo, a true ya talk," and they won't even recognize that I'm talking about you. That's how narcissism works. Right? There was nothing humble in his spirit. It takes humbleness within your spirit to be able to say, yo, I'm sorry. I was wrong. My bad. That's it. And text, I'm telling, when somebody that's close to you, close enough to have stuck around from they were born till they were 38 when you killed them, gave all those years of dedication and service to the family business. He didn't grow up and say, well, I'm coming up in a well-off family, so daddy, I got to pay for school. I go up at you, we get me degree, then I got to work over in a Mr. James company over there, so because I can't work with daddy, man. And then when we put my little money together, I got to branch off and start my own thing. He didn't do that. He stayed there in the business. So did his brother. His brother said it. His brother said, we grew up from little picnic. And we stayed in the business, both of us. We've been working in this business since we were children. Hassel Daniel, thank you so much. Hassel Daniel says, the challenges we face in this world, I pray for the family. Yes, man. My deepest condolences goes out to that family, especially those children. Now, the part that hit me, and I said we are a reactive people, not proactive people. The part that hit me is when somebody said, we should boycott that business. Don't shop there anymore. Let it close down. No, you can't do that. You cannot do that. This is why you cannot do that. He's worked in that business since he was a child. Probably before he was even at legal age to be employed anywhere, right? He has come up in that business. He passes at 38 years old, left behind his 3 children. It's a family business. This is the business that the family depends on to pay their bills, maintain their lifestyle, all this. There are multiple people in here with their own families that this business feeds, provides for, takes care of, especially his 3 children. So if we jump and be all reactive now and talk about don't buy nothing from over there again, yo, boycott the place there. You're about to not only watch this child lose their main provider, which I think his child's mother, one of his child's mother said that he was the main provider for his children. You're about to not only watch these children lose their main caretaker, provider, protector, But then you're going to add insult to injury by not supporting the business and then watch them what? Sink into poverty? So we could talk about how them used to be big, you know, them used to have one big store up, so wholesale and everything, and the daddy gone in prison and see they pop down, now look on the picture, them a struggle. Is that what we want to see? So we have to compartmentalize things sometime. Chop it up, break it down, look at it in parts. I said it yesterday, I'm going to say it again over here. After watching what he did to his son and how he did it, that man does not deserve to be in society, period. In society, period. Another person said, we don't place enough emphasis on mental health. He snapped. He had a break, a psychotic break. I don't think, and then there are people that are saying, the people that will open the gate for him after he did what he did, because he did what he did, had the gun in his hand, and he yelled, open the gate. And two men fly out and fly the gate open, and he jumped in his vehicle and drove up right through the gate. People are saying them people there, they should be locked up too because they opened the gate. Let me explain something to you. I just shot somebody in front of you, right? And you're standing at a gate. And I got my vehicle, my gun hot, still in my hand. I've proven to you that I can kill. My gun there, so still. Open the gate. What you gonna do? Stand there and give me talk? Or y'all gonna open the gate? Opening the gate might have saved more lives. He could have went haywire in there and gone ballistic and just start running around and bullet to everybody that was in there. Anthony Bearer, exactly. For those who haven't seen the video. So I don't think the people who opened the gate for him to let him out should be under any, those people were thinking fast. It's easy for us sitting behind typing on a keyboard or doing your thing on your phone to say any damn thing you can say. But when you're in that situation and that gun is in your face, worse if it's hot. Hot mean it just lit down somebody right in front of you. What, you don't think you next? You don't think it's possible that you could be next? When the man said open the gate, Usain Bolt couldn't move faster than me if me did it. May I open the gate, sir? You want the gate all the way open or halfway open? May I swing on the gate till you say stop? But those that hurt us and then love us is interwoven into the very fabric of Jamaican culture. Facts. You remember, you want me to give you something to cry about? Oh, we had to cry? Whop! We had to cry? You can't sit down there and say, you lick me so hard, yes, me I cry, it hurt me. You can't say nothing. You have to try hold that team. Or y'all cry, you want me to give you something for cry for? Come on, man, this is from, we all go through this. And then I try to talk to some Jamaican parents like now in life. Here we are saying a SouFLo, but you're what, picking forget, lick. Okay, well, go ahead and beat them up then. Go ahead and beat them up then. That's what we're used to anyways. That's what we're used to anyways. We got to change that because that's a part of us. Very much a part of us. I'll bring you into this world, I can take you out. Those who fight and run away live to fight another day. For sure, rising phoenix. Absolutely. So the people who are saying that the people who opened the gates, they need to be prosecuted as well. On what grounds? On what grounds? That's like a man holding a gun to my head and telling me, open the safe. May I open the safe so fast, is it? Coretta E. Can do that. This gotta be about the show. Morning. SouFLoTV here.
Morning, SouFLo. I go the live. I go to the same thing, brother.
Are you on the live? Because I'm live right now. So are you on the live?
Yeah, man. listening on the line. I want you to see. I just want to get a short piece about what we go through from our father.
All right, hold on there. Let me put you to a speaker. Because, you know, I tell the people them to call in all the time, but I guess they call in a lot in the evenings when we do the show, but they don't call in so much in the mornings. So I don't know. I don't bother pressure them to call in. All right, go ahead.
Yeah, I want to share my story with my father. You ever when you were a little boy, what primary school I said, word is wind blows on time? Well, you say that to your friend in school, but when it comes from your father more, why you got the damn tool, you know, you there from, these are the things that really, when it comes from your father's mouth or a parent's mouth, it hurts real bad. So I know when this young man went through and everything, and the wife went through, you know what I'm saying? They belittle you in front of people, verbally, and they turn on and beat you. So I went through it. So what I did upon myself, after migrating to the state, my older brother went through a similar situation. So I decided to one day upon myself, like 2-3 years after I came here, I got on that plane, went back home, and confronted my father. I said to my father, Papa, you never yet one day said to me, say you love me. All you said to me, say you're down. I need that. So this is really what he said to me. He said to me that, well, if you're young, I'm going to beat you and this and that. The next morning when I leave, I got in the car, which is parked in front of the house, the house, and I look in his face, and he looked in my face, and let me tell you so, when that car reached the Montego Bay Airport and I got on that plane, there's no, I mean, the whole world is off my shoulder. Because I see what it did to my brother. I'm still living with that verbal and physical that our father had put him through, being that he's the first boy of the 6 of us. So I decided, yes, sir, go ahead.
So basically, so you cut him off then?
Well, I cut him off because he didn't answer me in a proper way, but that monkey off my back, one nice day. I was carrying that one on my back. Because when a father said to you in front of a person, why are you damn fool, you're idiot? And then a stranger child, you hug and encourage, oh, you're such a smart kid looking, but you pick me up beside him, and he's an idiot damn fool. So I decided to spend my great mistake 3 years after I went back to confront him. He did not answer me and tell me, sorry, I apologize, nothing.
No remorse.
No remorse. Then my mother pulled out his back, oh, with that. But I get to get that monkey off my back, you may say. And when I got on that plane back to the state, so it was like super world. I might not able to get answer from him, apology, but I get to express my feeling, what those words that did to me all these years. So,
you said it to him?
Yes, I said to him in front of his face.
Oh, and he didn't give no apologies or he didn't care.
Nothing.
Yeah, well,
nothing.
Yes, that is exactly how it goes.
But because I was suffering like my brother, what's the reason why I become a damn fool and idiot? So I walk the chalk line, man. I worried about come on weekend. And man, to the boycott, I go to the back, he's at the front. If he's at the back, I go to the front. Just so they know each other. And the worst part about it, he gave me his name. John Jr.
Yeah. And then abuse you so badly.
Verbally.
Love the picnic enough to even name the picnic after yourself and then kill the picnic with abuse.
Verbally and physical.
So you see why I say it is interwoven into the very fabric of our culture. Can't know your father alone do that. There are a sea of us out here that can relate to that experience. It's a cultural thing.
So from my brother said he has 6 kids for three different wives. But anyway, he swore that he will never do what our father did to him, to any of his kids. He spoiled his 6 kids, man, and he talked over and over and over and over. He even blamed our little sister. She's the second. He's the first, she's the second. And he blamed her to then get into verbally physical, because he blamed my sister that she's the one that caused our father to beat him every time.
Yeah, that's what narcissistic people do.
So
thank you for sharing. Thank you for sharing.
Okay then. Thanks for taking my call, so.
Yes, manners and respect.
You too, sir.
Bless you.
Respect you and the family.
All right, bless up.
Bless her.
You see? Yeah. I see somebody just said that as well. Narcissistic people don't really have emotions. Like, they never express remorse. It's never, I'm sorry. That is why they can't say, I'm sorry. That is why they can't say, I was wrong. That is why they can't say, even when you tell them years later that, hey, you know, you hurt me in this way or whatever, they'll look at you like blank stare, or probably look at you like, okay, well, I mean, you made me do it. You know, you're the one that made me do it to you because you was doing this or doing that. This is in our culture. This is a cultural thing for us. Yeah? That's why I tell Jamaican people, say, if you have children, you're going to have to dig deep to not abuse them, because a lot of us were abused. And it was so interwoven into everything else, love and protection and care, that we, even if we think we weren't affected, watch and see. Watch how you start slap up your picnic for stuff that you could actually talk to your child about, or leave the child until you feel like you can communicate without violence. Because it don't matter, you know, if the slap soft or it's hard, it's still slap. And you can't measure how me feel. So if you might think, oh, me slap the baby soft, and the baby over there ball, what? Because the baby don't feel it like how you feel it. You're a big tough hand. I just did like this. Very true. In order to change, none of us are perfect. And this is us looking at us. This is us looking at us. And if you want to make changes, you're going to have to dig deep, else you're going to end up repeating that same cycle. And remember, this is not something that you can take back once it's out there. In other words, then, if you raise a child through a cycle of abuse and teach a child that abuse is a part of loving, and those who love you can have justifiable reasons for abusing you as well, once you plant that there and then enforced and then reinforced it their entire childhood, it's going to take half of their lifetime of good effort to unwind from that. That's why it's easy for some of us to still say, "Me not care where I sign up. Pick me forget lick." Right. That's that part right there. And you can't erase it. You know, I just saw me raise. And it worked. We even lie to ourselves and tell ourselves that it worked. Did it really work though? Did it really work though? Man, to see what that man did to his son, I was like, God almighty. But there are many stories out there, and of course, somebody is going to sensationalize a story even after his younger brother told exactly what happened. People still are calling me and tell me about your SouFLo. You know, so the father and the son did a fight over a girl. A next person said, you know, so him breed a little young girl down the road and the mother just find out. And because Ruel did a stand up for his mother, the father do that to him and him just fight with him. Like, people twist stuff just to sensationalize stuff when you could use that time, man, to have a deeper discussion. Them just twist the story and sensationalize it. But hey, whatever works, works, because I guess that's what a lot of people want to hear, because those are the videos that get like 100 and something thousand views. And then the same people come over to me and talk about, no, SouFlo, you don't get the story right. How did I not get the story right? When the brother gave a full interview and I read his interview back word for word, that it always been like this. We got to the church, we got to pastor for help, we went to counseling, we tried everything. I know just now, I know yesterday something this, I know today something this, a long time in stay, so everybody get them share. And you over here talking about the man breed young girl down the road and mother find out, and man, y'all be careful who y'all listening to. But anyhow, we're gonna leave it right there this morning. You hear me? Have a wonderful day. It's Thursday. We gotta end it. We're way past the hour. So we're gonna end it. I feel like I was making up a little bit for missing yesterday with you guys. I miss you so much every time I'm not on here live in the morning. I feel like I'm doing something wrong. But like I said before, you already know how it goes. Life takes precedence over all this. So if you don't see me, just don't say, I'll be right back, God willing, right? Big up and bless up on yourself. When you say I love you, let your I love you be a genuine I love you. All right? And if you don't know what love is, go learn what love is. Love is not harsh. Love is not conceited. Love is not self-serving. Love is not, how should I say it now? Anger. Love is none of those harsh things. It is love that conquers all those harsh things. Yeah? And we'll leave it right there. Love doesn't hurt you. Love doesn't hurt you. We were raised to think that love hurts. No, it don't. And let's give him some tough love. I don't want your tough love, because love ain't tough either. Love will make a tough man break down. And you understand? Love not tough. But anyhow, bless up, people. And I'll see you tomorrow morning where we're going to say, it's the, you already know. Up, up, up. That's wake up, wise up, and rise up. All right? I'll catch you tomorrow. Peace. Let me say I'll catch you tomorrow. God spare my life, because I'm not in control. God is in control. Peace.